Picture this. It's May. It's 2 or 3 months till the bathing season. And your worst fear isn't that, the swimsuit season, because you can always cover up your body when you're on the beach with a towel or with a big scarf. Your worst fear is the heat. At least mine is. And not the heat, the sweat, and when you're thinking about, those long summer dresses that are breezy, that are just blowing in the wind and everything is so fresh and so light, your stomach clenches and you keep thinking that it's going to be sweaty down there and your thighs are going to rub together, and after 10 steps, it's going to be inflamed skin. I also had burned skin because of my thighs rubbing together. And basically, the summer is the worst time of the year. I love winter, I love spring, not as much as autumn because I know it's going to be cold in the winter, but spring, it's like, it's going to be warm soon. And then, if you're like me, you browse on the internet and you think about the things that you can do to lighten the load of the summer. And then you come across this weird lady talking on YouTube about this crazy idea that you've been thinking and mulling around, and you say, oh, it's not possible, And this lady is talking about how you can lose weight and dramatically change your body in just 3 weeks. And you start thinking, could it be possible? Is this something that could be real, or is this just made up? Now, I'm this crazy lady, and I can tell you it's real. I've been fasting for the past 30 years, and every single year, my body transforms. My thighs just, the fat in my thighs just flows away. And I'm here to tell you that it can happen. Now, the problem is, since it's May, that it could be, 2 months. You still have 2 months to do all of the preparation, to learn everything online, to see what you need to do, to see what you need to buy, what you need to, acquire if you want to fast. Now, I've been reading again, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And James Clear is speaking about 3 types of decisions that you can make. Those are the hats, the haircuts, and the tattoos. And I love this analogy. Why? Because the hats decisions is something that you make daily, because you can take a hat and you wear it to work and everybody looks at you like, what's that? And you say, okay, this was a mistake. I'm not going to wear that again. The next day, you change the hat, you don't wear it or something like that, and it's done with. Then you have the haircut decisions. Those are the decisions that you need to think about it a little bit, because when you come to the hairdresser and you say, just cut it all off like I did, it is going to take some time for your hair to grow back. And these are the decisions that are usually worth taking the risk for. And then you have the tattoos. The tattoos are something that you have to really think about, because these are life decisions, such as getting a tattoo, such as getting married, such as having children. So I've been thinking, what would it be like, since we still have just, let's say, 2 or 3 months until that bathing season or that real heat shows up? Can we do a 3-week fast in that time? And I have a whole series about how you can prepare to start your fast in 30 days. But my experience has been that you can start, if you think about it really good, you can start something in a day. And I have three such examples that have been working or have worked beautifully for me. My first was my first fast, because I decided I'm going to fast for 21 days when I was 18, and I lasted for 18 days, and it was like the spur of a moment decision. I decided this would be good to do. What do I need to do? Okay, tomorrow I'm fasting. That was just a day. And then my second such decision was getting married, because me and my husband have been together for 7 years until then. And I was really stressed out. We both were really stressed out because we couldn't have children. And it took me 4 years of IVF and constant hormones and constant, dreading the next menstrual cycle. Is it going to come? It's not going to come. And all of the crazy behavioral changes and mood swings that I had because of the artificial hormones. And I said enough. And I needed to change the stress. And I changed the stress so that we didn't think about not being able to have children. We decided to get married. And it was like a second decision. And we decided, we got married in 6 months. And then the third such a decision was, for me, I watched a YouTube video, and it was about becoming a vegan. And this doctor, he was called Dr. Berg. He explained it so beautifully. I was ironing the clothes. It was Sunday night, and I was just pulling them away, and it was a 1 hour show. And he presented all of the facts and all of the beautiful things that can happen if you are a vegan. And I said, I can do that, no problem. It was Sunday. On Monday, I was vegan. It was crazy. And I had a lot of figuring out to do, but I did it while I was still eating vegan. The only thing that I didn't stick to was not eating honey. I ate honey when I was vegan. And I was vegan. I had enough after 1 year. So I have had the vegan diet for 1 year. This was 7 years ago, something like that. So my question to you is this: how fast do you think that you can prepare to go on a 3-week fast? And if you look at my decisions, they took me less than a day. And I bet you that if you really think about it, you can decide in one afternoon. Now, there are some questions that would be good to answer if you are thinking about this. And think about it like this. Fasting is quite hard on your body. So first of all, you need to decide if you're healthy. Why are you doing it? Is it just because your thighs are rubbing together and you hate summer because of it? Or is it because you want to fast for health reasons? This is something that you need to consider. When you decide that, you have to think about if you are taking any medication. And if you're not sure, it would be a good idea to talk to a doctor. But if you're healthy and you would like to just lose weight, then this is the decision that you can make in one afternoon. What else do you need to know? So medication and health. This is the first thing that you need to consider. The second thing, it would be your calendar. So you will not be eating for 21 days if you decide to have a 3-week fast. If you decide to have a 6-week fast, it's a little more complicated. Well, not if you choose it not to be, but it's going to take a little more preparation, and it's usually done for health reasons. But if you want to lose weight, 21 days is enough. All right, so the second thing that you need to do is take a look at your calendar. Would it be good if you started tomorrow? So if today is a Sunday, tomorrow it's Monday, I'm going on a fast. I'm not going to be eating anything for 3 weeks. Would that be doable? So what do I have? Do I have any birthday plans? Do I have any vacation plans? Do I have any business trips that I need to attend, or any business meetings that will be weird if I am not eating, at a business dinner? So think about everything of that sort. And then if you will be fasting after the Broyes fasting method, there are two things to consider. One, will you be juicing your own juice, or will you be buying it bottled? Now, if you decide to fast tomorrow, juicing your own juice will be a little bit difficult because you need to buy all of the vegetables, you need to have a juicer, and a couple of other things that you will have to do. Especially you have to buy all of the herbs for the teas. So this cannot be done in one afternoon. Even if you are very, very organized, you will need at least a day to have everything sorted out. But if you decide it, and if you make up your mind, it can be done. And then there is one more thing that I think it's a good idea to think about, and that is your family. If you have a family or a people that you need to take care of, and I'm only speaking about the food preparation. If you think that you will not be able to, look at food, prepare food, cook food in those 21 days, then it would be a good idea to talk to your significant other or somebody else who can take over in that aspect for your family or the ones that you are taking care of in the span of the 21 days. And that's basically it. And just think about it. If you decide to do it, and if it's going to be a split-second decision, I think it's called that. And if you say, tomorrow I'm not eating, would it be doable? Can you do it? And think about it like this. If you decide to go, on that 30-day plan, you are planning this, you are preparing mentally, you are preparing physically, you are looking for all the vegetables. By the time that you are done, you would be done with the fast. Even sooner. You will be done with the fast even sooner. So think about it. I think it's a good test for you, for your resolve, for your willpower. If you have it in you, to stick to it and to see the transformation in 21 days. Just imagine, today it's 6th of May. You could be done by the end of May. By the end of May, it's not even June yet. You would have a perfect body. You would have confidence. You would be buying new swimsuit. You would be, walking on clouds. You would be confident in the workplace. You would be confident with people who don't even know you, because you would be thinner, and you would be thinner like that. So this is my challenge to you. Think about it. If you have problems, and if you think that you can do it, and that you have it in you, maybe this summer is going to be different. And if you need help with that, I'm here for you. My contacts are in the description below. You can get in touch with me. And if you have any, last minute ideas or, something that you need to consider even more, get in touch. Write it in the comments, and I will be happy to answer it for you. And I will be rooting for you that this summer is going to be different. And this summer, you're going to be confident when you're going to be walking on that beach, with your new summer dress, which is going to be waving in the wind, and your thighs are not going to be rubbing together. This is my hope for me as well this year. So I'm rooting for that perfect summer dress and the way it's going to make you feel when you have that new body. So this is all from me today. If you've enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, and I will make more of these. And anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking till the end, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye.